Hi, and welcome to HUR at Home. I'm your host, Angela Stribling, and my dear friend is here tonight. We all love him, especially if you are anywhere near the DMV. You've seen him, you've heard him, but he is international. He's Grammy nominated, he's won all kinds of other awards, and he's all ours tonight. Please welcome Raheem DeVaughn.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, love. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see your face.
Likewise.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I mean, you've been busy. You always manage to keep busy, even during the height of the pandemic. I stalk you on social media, and I just want to say thank you for all the content.
All good. Thank you for all the love, and I appreciate you guys over there at the station as well.
Oh, it's always been love from the very beginning. Not just because you're in the DMV, because I mean, you're amazing. Your music, Washington, D.C., it's no secret. A lot of great artists, have come out of the D.C. area, like Marvin Gaye and countless others. What about the comparisons? How do you feel about the comparisons that people make between you and Marvin Gaye?
Oh yeah, it's humbling. There's a lot of comparisons there. Definitely a huge influence on my music and my career,
Mhm.
my penmanship, artistry. So to get those comparisons, definitely him being a Washingtonian.
Yeah.
Me growing up in the area and having so much support from the area, it means a lot.
Yeah. Has it always been the case, or did you just, once you came across Marvin and his music, you began to, maybe, I don't know, his style
I think I
influence
have many
you?
influences that you in cadences you can hear, in the music. But
Yeah.
but Marvin is the one I probably connected with just based off of the social consciousness of it. Records like Save the Children and What's Going On, and I always took to songs like that. Bob Marley Redemption Song, and so forth and so on. I always been kind of like drawn to the more of the conscious songs than the love tunes. I didn't really understand those till I got older. You know what I mean? The records that spoke to like intimacy and stuff of that nature. But yeah, absolutely. Like it's the influence is definitely there.
Yeah. But to your point, the social consciousness was already there. I had the great opportunity to meet your mom, and I just love your mother. And she, said that you've always been this way. She talked about just how you've always just kind of been connected to what's going on in the world and, sensitive to that. Where did that come from?
I don't know. I think again, listening to artists like Bob Marley, Marvin, the Beatles, understanding that music can connect on so many levels in so many different ways. Even Prince,
Yeah.
records like Signs of the Time and Purple Rain. That music can be a platform. It can be uplifting. It can be a sense of consciousness. So I think that it just maybe is just embedded in me as at a young age.
Yeah, I love that. And I love that we can hear the influences, but it's not like you're trying to copy them. You're still Raheem DeVaughn. There is one song in particular, Living Like You're Bulletproof.
Yeah,
I mean, Curtis Mayfield is one of my all-time favorites as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Right? I mean, were you kind of inspired by Curtis Mayfield with
Oh
that?
no, absolutely. It's a Curtis Mayfield sample. So I mean, I can't sample a record like that and then talk about murder, killing,
Right.
pillaging and all of these things, you know what I mean? So definitely, I feel like when artists sample a record, you kind of opening up a portal, you know what I mean, musically speaking. So I'm very selective about my choice of words and my messaging, and even on the on the sexual side of the records that a little more intense for the bedroom, I like to do it tastefully and make it something that's memorable and fulfilling, and something that doesn't feel like it's tearing down or demeaning or disrespectful to women. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do know what you mean. I mean, it's always so nice. I remember you really came on my radar with that song, You.
Yeah.
I played it over and over and over. I will never forget that moment in time, the first time I heard it, because, yeah, I mean, just extremely sexy. And without being overt and vulgar, you find a way to just keep it pure and sexy and just wonderful. So when, you said that initially it was all about the social consciousness with you, when did the sexy kick in?
Oh no, I think I'm still growing into it. Yeah,
Wow, that's interesting.
yeah. I think there's nothing wrong with being sexy, grown, managed, vulnerable, all of these things, and music. Musically speaking, I think for a lot of time as men, we kind of taught that we're not supposed to be vulnerable, we're not supposed to cry, we're not supposed to like, show emotion. So, but I like my music to evoke emotion, and love, and sex, and intimacy, and all these different things. So it's just as much as I like to make records that speak to socially conscious
Yeah.
issues and things that are going on in the world. When you talk about a record like Nobody Wins a War, or Bulletproof, or Revelations 2010 featuring Damian Marley, like it's those records speak to the times of right now, just as
Yeah,
they
they
spoke to
do.
the times, a decade or two ago.
And oh gosh, what's your partner's name? And that's my buddy too.
Wes Felton from the
Yes,
Boston.
you and Wes Felton, when you two hooked up
Yeah,
and it was all social consciousness.
yeah, yeah.
Talk about that. Talk about that relationship and what made you decide to collaborate.
Yeah, I think me and Wes drew a line in the sand long ago with our artistry, just to say that, hey, like, some of us some might refer to us as poor righteous teachers, or you know what I'm saying, musically speaking. But yeah, when we come together, we just enjoy making music, but I think we understand the platform of music, the power of music, and definitely strive to make something that speaks, that's an anthem, that speaks to community, for community, and that's just a trace of what we do. But we got records that are very fun as well, party records and stuff like that. Uh,
Yeah,
but I think our strength is in, speaking to community, for community, through our music.
I think so too. And do you feel that maybe you're maybe opening up the minds of younger generations, people your age and younger, who might not be paying as much attention to what's going on in the world and your
I
power?
mean, that's always the hope, it's always the quest to, aspire to inspire, hopefully. So yeah, by all means,
Yeah, I love that. You're doing something very special that's coming up on Friday, and I made a note of it so that I don't get
Okay.
the whole thing wrong. But in the meantime, here it is, Center for the Performing Arts. But I did want to ask you before we get into that. Your dad was a jazz musician, right?
Yeah, he's a retired jazz cellist. Yep, that's correct.
So I've always wondered why you went the route of R&B and not jazz.
Well, I didn't, being younger, I didn't plan to be doing what I was doing. You know what I mean? I didn't really get into, wanting to do this into, my as late teens, early 20s, so it wasn't my plan. I guess it was God's plan, but I mean, regardless of the genre of music that he does and that I do, we're able to connect and have conversations. He's able to be an ear even now, just yesterday we were having some conversations just in regards to like my band and musicians, and just conversations, and he's able to help me kind of, if nothing else, just be that ear and relate. Being as though that he had to have musicians that he had to, you know, govern and manage and employ, 30, 40 years ago. So, it's definitely just great to have him as just being dad. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
as well.
And what a blessing to have someone who had a lot of experience in this business. I mean, how this business can be, and to have someone who can kind of share some of those experiences with you, I'm sure that was helpful.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to see the Oscars and what happened between Will Smith and Chris Rock? And if you did, or if you heard about it, I'm just curious, what are your thoughts about it?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm all for protecting black women. So I get it. You know what I mean? And I think Chris Rock caught it for everybody else. I think that it's been so much going on and so much said and so much
Yeah.
disrespect and so many jokes and so many memes that it just reached its pinnacle point. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, it had to happen, globally, on televised TV, national, global television, at the Oscars. But you know, it, it's I think for Will, it was personally probably his highest high and lowest
Hmm.
low
And lowest low.
within a matter of say 15 to 10, 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think for that reason it's epic because it 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 it, it, it allows the world to see and to get a glimpse to see what it's like to be us. Is we're still people lose sight of the fact that as public figures that we're human beings and we have emotions and we have feelings and we have loved ones and people that we care about and that
Yeah.
we'll do whatever to protect them, to represent them, to defend them at any cost. And
Mm.
that he said, so when it comes to that, love has no boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to protecting the things you love the most.
Yeah.
Um, and so um, and as humans, we're going to make mistakes, or we're going to do things in a moment that everybody doesn't agree or does agrees or disagrees with. You know what I mean? So everybody um, has an opinion. You know, that's mine.
I'm glad I asked you that because, people are quick. I mean, in fact, my initial reaction, I thought this has to be a joke. This can't be real.
Yeah,
And most people feel that Will just went too far. And, to see two black men acting like this in public. But to your point, I think it was enough already. And it was in that moment. And, if you've read Will's book, he talks about, listen, before, all this fame and fortune, he was that guy.
yeah.
He could go from 0 to 100 like that. And he had to learn how to rein that in. Last
Hey,
night, Rock called.
everybody. Yeah, we're all works in progress. You know what I mean? For 48 hours, nobody will care.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
be
I think you're right. It'll be on to
48
the next
hours.
thing.
It'll be something else.
Yeah, it will be something else. It was something though.
Yeah,
It was definitely something. Everybody was like, "What? What the what?" Oh
yeah,
my!
but it's not the first time. Again, not in his defense, but just stating the facts. It's not the first time on the Oscars that Chris Rock has taken a shot and spoken about negative, crack jokes about his wife. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So,
yeah. I bet it's
you
the
know,
last time.
yeah.
We won't be hearing him
But
doing
but
that.
but but as a comedian and as an actor and as a public figure too, there's an old saying that you must have tough skin. So,
Yeah,
that was a tough skin moment where, I guess it was the hump that broke the camel's back,
I think so. It was the
or
hump.
or cracked the camel's skin.
Yes, exactly. However you want to say it, that happened. So listen, this Friday, tomorrow night, because yeah, today's Thursday. Everybody is so excited about what you're doing. It's going to be at the Center for the Performing Arts in Prince George's County. That is the celebration, the 50th anniversary celebration of Marvin Gaye's music, an all-star musical tribute concert to the legends of Motown. And
Yeah,
you're going to head that up. You've got some special guests with you. You're the star, but you've got the voices with you, right?
yeah. I got
And
there's a few people performing with me as well. So it's going to be a great night. Again, any opportunity to pay homage to Marvin Gaye, and do it locally here. Although I'm internationally known and being a people's champ locally here, it's always great to perform at home. So I can't wait to do that and perform some of these songs, Marvin Gaye records, as well as some of my catalog.
gosh, that's going to be so amazing. For people who haven't gotten their tickets yet, you can register pgcc.edu/arts. That's pgcc.edu/arts. Arts. That's Friday, April 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our very own Raheem DeVaughn. Thank you for spending some time with us. You know, WHUR loves you, always have.
No doubt. Got big love for y'all as well. Thank you for all the love, and I look forward to coming back. I got a new project that's going to be dropping. Raheem DeVaughn presents From Lust Till Dawn. It drops May 6th, so get ready for that.
Ooh.
Great new music, so hopefully I can come back and preview some of the music for you guys or something.
Oh, we are ready for you to come through the doors of WHUR. Can't wait. Congratulations on everything, Raheem.
Thanks so
So,
much.
yeah. Oh, shout out your social media for those who are unlike me and don't know it.
Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter at Raheem_DeVaughn. Once again, that's at Raheem_DeVaughn. I'll see you guys soon. And get your tickets for tomorrow night again. Come meet me up at PG Community College. You know what I mean? It's going down. Tribute to Marvin Gaye.
It's going to be
Peace.
awesome. Peace to you too. Love you so much, Raheem.
All
You
right.
heard it, Raheem DeVaughn, right here on HUR at Home. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your comments. Keep watching every time we've got something. Almost every night of the week, we've got something for you right here on HUR at Home. And thank you again for keeping us your number one radio station in the DMV. That's 96.3 WHUR. To watch all of our shows on HUR at Home, if you've missed any or you just want to go back and watch them again, all you have to do is go to WHUR.com and they're all right there. Thanks again. You can hit me up on social media at Angela Stribling on all platforms and, of course, at WHUR-FM. Have a great night.